Hello everyone, I am Will, and welcome back to my playthrough of the Dark Souls Remastered. Last we left off, we did the Undead Parish. I think we started at Firelink Shrine, went up the little side cliff path, through some hollowed soldiers, some warriors, and into the aqueduct, or the waterway. Followed it into the Undead Burg, this little castle town type place. I mean, to be honest, it's like one of the iconic Dark Souls area. It's like the crumbling castle with the hollow soldiers and the Black Knight and the demon, and it's just really good. I like the atmosphere, the aesthetics is on point. But made it here through some soldiers. Took the side path where he picked up a. What was that? No, that was a bit later in the Burg. I'm thinking the side path with the crossbow, but that's out that way, past the soldiers through the merchant area. So, but yeah, side path, main path. Met the Hellkite Drake. Yeah, across the point in the walkway. He comes in, touches down. If you're close enough, you'll kind of stagger a little bit as the screen shakes. Fought through some more soldiers. Took a slight detour to find the Undead Merchant, where we bought a bow, bottomless box, the resonant key, and some arrows. I always recommend buying the short bow. Just using a bow and arrow to kind of draw enemies out of the position to fight them one-on-one instead of a group fight. Yeah. Any way you can draw enemies out is a good thing to have. We did leave him alive, because if you do kill him, he will drop an Uchi Katana, which is a really strong weapon. But we can get that later on. So, and I don't really like killing NPCs, even if they do drop beneficial items or weapons or armor or anything like that. I just tend not to kill NPCs. So he's still alive, and he probably will be for the rest of the playthrough. But came up here, attacked the bonfire, made our way across the little bridge over there, past some firebomb throwers, some more soldiers, into like a little housing area. Picked up some black fire bombs, one of the gold pine resin, which is locked behind a door that requires the resonant key or the master key if you have it. Some more soldiers. Then we encountered our first Black Knight. He's just the standard greatsword black, or standard sword and shield Black Knight. Who decided not to give us anything. He's guaranteed to drop the chunk, a tiny chunk, but he also has a chance to drop his weapon and a lesser chance to drop his shield, which is really what I want. I want his shield, but he didn't give it to us. Sad. But we have another chance here in this episode, so hopefully we can get it from him, but we'll see. I don't know if that actually happened. Let's see. So the Black Knight scaled up a little tower, found our first crystal lizard hidden in a box. And then we went out to another rampart where we encountered our first post-tutorial, post-asylum boss fight with the Taurus demon. I mean, he doesn't immediately aggro once you get into the boss fog, which allows you time to kind of go through, turn around, climb a ladder, take care of two soldiers up on the little tower. So he'll spawn once you get about, I want to say, 3/5 of the way through. And then he'll jump down, giving you enough time to run back up the little ladder to the tower where the soldiers are at, and you can do a plunging attack. And we just kind of stabbed him to death. Buffed our weapon with the gold pine resin. It's really strong in the early game. Like, oof. I think with it we're doing about 150-ish per attack, and without it we'd probably be doing like 40. So yeah, he's a good boss to use it on. But he also has a chance to drop his weapon, the Demon Great Axe, but again, no one wants to drop anything for me. Anyway, and after that, we met Solaire of Astora, our Sunbro himself. Yep, Mr. Meme guy. Yeah, he's in so many Dark Souls memes. It's yeah. But so we talked with him. We got the white soapstone. You have to agree yes for both choices for him to give it to you. And then after that, we triggered the Hellkite Drake to show up, burned the bridge. We crossed it. Well, we went halfway through, went down to the underbridge, came down here, dropped the shortcut down. Yep, and that was it. That was it. Did quite a lot, and between episodes, I didn't do anything, so our stuff's the same, equipment's the same, stats the same. So, yeah. And today we'll go into the Undead Parish. Yep. We're going to cross the bridge. Well, first thing we're going to do is going to grab the Hellkite Drake's tail weapon. Yep. It's one of those, I think, like, kind of divisive weapons. Like, it is really strong in the early game. It makes the early game really easy. But at the same time, it's only really good in the early game. Like, once you hit, once you get down into the Blight Town, into the depths, it starts to fall off. Because at that point, you can upgrade the other weapons to match its strength, or even, what's the right word? The match or exceed its attack power. So once you hit the depths, it's begins to fall off because it has no scaling. So, but I probably use it for 2 enemies at least. The Black Knight, the next Black Knight we'll fight, and the boar. So I do have a plan for the boar. Hopefully I can pull it off, but I don't know if we will. I also need 16 strength to wield it, so I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll figure it out when we get there. So yeah. So I'm going to grab the tail weapon, get underneath the Drake, because there's a bonfire. He just passed him, as well as a closed gate I do recommend opening up. And then after that, we'll take on the Black Knight, and then we'll clear out the parish. Yep. Run through the soldiers, the armored boar, Balder Knights, not really Tower Knight, a Knight Baronique, I think is what they're called. Yeah. Channeler. We'll meet another NPC. Then we'll make our way to Andre of Astora, the blacksmith. Yep. And then we'll probably call an episode there, because at that point I like to loop through the little church with the Balder Knights and the soldiers, just for upgrades, so I can have a +5 weapon and some upgraded armor pieces. It just makes me feel better. But yeah, I don't plan on doing the gargoyles this episode. I tend to push them off for a little bit, but we will do it before we go down into the depths, that's for sure. Just not quite sure when. But yeah, so that's the plan. The Undead Parish. Equipment for today. I got my wing spear. I love the wing spear. I just like it. It has good range, does pretty good damage. Oops, I think I just unequipped it. Yeah, it's got decent scaling at this stage of the game, C scaling, so it'll probably get pretty good up to the B, maybe low A once you upgrade it, but I just like it. It's good for a dex build, like what I plan to do, the dex magic. But short bow, Kestis shield, arrows. We only have the blue Tearsos ring, so that's all we have, and Hollow Warrior waistcloth, because that's all we have. Well, I do have a helmet, but yeah, kind of goofy, so just leave it off. Yep. And here are the stats. I got no attuned spells or anything. Yep. All right. Shall we get to it? I think so. Enough rambling on my part. We're still light load. Come here, you. Just easiest to deal with this way. Oh, good. A Titanite shard. What we want. Alright. So there's his tail. Yeah, you can actually... at least in new game, there is a way to arrow him down with bows and arrows. But he will heal himself after a certain point. He'll perch back up there, kind of cover his body with his wings, and he'll start regenerating health. It is possible to outpace the healing in new game cycle. Once you get to new game +1, +2, that becomes less possible. So, yeah, so we're actually not going to deal with him today. Probably not anytime soon, that's for sure. Just because he's a real pain in the butt. Oops. Alright. Yep, just like in Demon Souls, we're just going to sit here, flank his tail. Oh. If we angle it right, we can get 2 arrows off before he goes back. Like that. Yep. 2 arrows, just hopefully speed it up, so I'll be here for the next minute or so. So I'll either fast forward or just do a jump cut. So I'll see you when you guys get back, or when I'm done. Oops. There we go. The Drake sword. Very strong weapon in the early game because it has a base damage of 200. It does require 16 strength to one hand, but we can use it if we two-hand it. So, yep. Base physical of 200, has no scaling bonus. It weighs as much as the Claymore, so it's a hefty weapon, but it is very strong in the early game. In fact, my next 3 levels will probably just be in strength, so I can actually wield this or the Claymore. So I do need at least 16 strength to wield the Black Knight shield if we do get it. I think the sword I want to eventually use is the Silver Knight sword, and I believe it requires 16 strength also. Just getting 16 strength is just, really good, but the sword, one of the rare dragon weapons, is formed by the drake's tail. Drakes are seen as undeveloped imitators of dragons, but they are likely their distant kin, and the sword is imbued with a mystical power to be released when held with both hands. Basically, the Dark Souls versions of a weapon art. Oh. Sorry about your tail, okay? I'm gonna have to ask you to come down. Ah! Alright, stop breathing fire and come down. Nope. Okay, stop breathing fire. Come down. You stand here and he'll eventually jump down. Come on. There we go. And just book it. Quick detour. So we get blasted. I just recommend opening the gate. he'll just sit there and spam his fire. Did he jump up? Yes, he did. Thank you for your tail. So, hit the bonfire. Grab the items. Let's see. You dropped crossbow. No thanks. He dropped his Waith cloth. This had a soul item. And this has the claymore. Yes, the other way to get the Drake's sword from his tail is to, if you don't want to sit there and arrow him, go onto the bridge, wait for him to jump down, and you have enough time to kind of run to his tail and just kind of give it a couple of whacks before he'll like jump up and breathe fire on you. So if you don't want to do the arrows, you can just get it your strongest weapon, buff it with the gold pine resin, get him to jump down, run at him to his tail, and just whack at it. So it's a lot quicker, but 600. Sheesh. All right. I mean, there is enough time. There is enough time to two-hand it after you do a parry. But anyway. Yep. This statue will become important later on. This is actually the statue for these Warriors of Sunlight. Yeah, but you need... I think you need a base of 25 faith in order to interact with this thing. The requirement does lower every time you get summoned to help another player. I think it drops down by 5 faith every time you get summoned and beat a boss. So you can drop it down all the way to 0, I believe. I believe 0 is the minimum, but yeah. We'll probably need 25 just because I don't plan on getting summoned for anything, so we may or may not be able to access that. We'll see. All right. So this is the way forward. The only other way to get through here is back down underneath the bridge. There's like a little ledge, which is guarded by a shield spear guy, so it's a real pain in the butt to get past him. But yeah, that's where we come out of. There's a little room right down below with 3 rats, and rats inflict poison, so at this stage of the game you don't have any way to heal poison, so you're probably going to get died if you get poisoned. So that's why I always recommend coming underneath the Hellkite Drake, just so you have a bonfire and avoid the rats. Come on, buddy. Demonstrate. Oh. Dang. Okay, I might need 16 strength. S-Stock has a good critical value. Alright. I don't think there's enough room to do the backstab loop for this guy. There he is, Mr. Black Knight and his great sword. Well, to him it's a great sword. To us, it's an ultra great sword. Like the other Black Knight, his weapon has a 20% chance to drop, with his shield being 5%. So yeah. The easiest way, again, is just to parry him, but his parry timings I'm not 100% familiar with. So there's not a lot of room to do a backstab loop on him. mean, we can get up there, do a backstab with the Drake sword, and probably switch it over to our S stock to do the parry. But we'll see. Alright. He'll probably kill us, to be honest. Alright. Let's do this. Already fucked up. There we go. Whew. Oh, come on. I have 2 humanity. Why can't you drop me your weapon at least? Well, luckily, I got lucky. I messed up the backstab. I got too close for any turned around. You don't have to be right on top of him to get the backstab. You just got to be relatively close, and it'll kind of sucks you into place. Just try and get a good bird's eye view. Yeah, and he doesn't respawn, so if you don't get what you want from him, oh well. Alright. Get my bow back because I'm going to need it. Alright. Yep, there's our first armored boar. There's actually 3 of them in the game. The first one's here, and the other 2 are up in Duke's archives. So, yeah, the boar also has a chance to drop a helmet for us. His head, basically. I think it's like a 25% chance, I want to say. So, yeah. There are several ways to deal with them. Easiest is just to kind of go right up the little stairs to that little bridge thing where those hollows are at. That item right there is an alluring skull, so you can just kind of throw it into the fire, and he'll walk himself into the fire, and he'll do damage. So that's one way to do it. You can do a plunging attack on him as well. The third way is just kind of fight him straight up, but I wouldn't recommend that. He is very armored. He has a lot of defense. So the fourth way, which is why I hope to pull off, is to parry his charge attack. Yep. Yeah, you can parry the charge attack. I have done it. Because once you parry it, you'll be able to get behind him and do like a critical on him. Because he has his weak points on his butt. There's no armor on there, and there is a critical attack for that spot. So the plan, hopefully, I hope to pull it off, but we'll see. But first things first, we gotta clear out the other hollows. I think it's that guy. I think he's the one. He's the special one. I think. Yeah, it's him. He'll actually run away. He'll go back there to the gate and he'll close it. He doesn't respawn. So you can actually arrow him here, and it'll do his basic, charge, come to us, attack, and all that stuff. But we're just gonna let him live, because I want to do this way through the normal way, so to speak. So we're gonna let him live. But you can arrow him here. He'll come at us. We can fight him. We can avoid him, running away to close the gate. So, but we're gonna leave him alone. There's a spear guy just to the right. There's another spear guy up the way. So yeah. He'll aggro first. We're just gonna sit here and wait for him to come. Give him a slight encouragement. So I can't do it for these guys, which is fine. Alright. Just keep right. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. I forgot the R2 is a special attack with two-handing it. Yeah, that's a two-handed attack. Raise it above your head and you shoot out like a little beam of sorts. Oh, almost fell off. That was bad. That could have been bad. The Alluring Skulls. Again, you can just throw him into the fire and he'll walk himself into it. Just don't move. Crap, he moved. So, might have to reset him. Yeah, got his attention, which is fine. I wanted the soldier to run past him. Yeah, so once we deal with the soldier, we'll reset the boar. Alright, and how do you reset the boar? Quit and reload. Yep. So reset the enemies to their positions and their aggro, so... Slowly walk down the stairs. Alright. Positions reset. Alright. Now we'll try to play Matador. It's probably going to fail miserably, but I just want to try it. So yeah, if it fails, if we fail to parry his charge attack, he's going to probably eventually kill us. Yeah. I guess it's the price to pay to show off, I guess. Alright. There we go. And then... Oh my god, oh my god. Da, da, da. He loves us. He loves us. Fang Boar Helm. Woo. It actually worked. I'm not 100% sure on the timing, but once you see his head kind of duck, it's like it's a quick duck before he attacks, just, you know, parry that. Like, ooh. Oh, I can't believe I pulled it off. Every time I try, I miss it. Let's get our spear back. Those are the only two enemies I really want to... Yeah, it puts us into medium roll because it is heavy. 8 units. But it has really solid physical defenses. And a good amount of poise as well. Yep. Yeah, we're going to be a medium roll from here on out, which is fine. I'm used to the medium roll. We're coming for you. Yeah. But don't worry if you don't get the helmet from this boar. The last boar you kill will guarantee to drop the helmet. So don't worry if you don't get it. Come on. No? Oops. I rolled left instead of back. But finally has some armor, so it's not all that bad. Shield poke. Yes, now we can shield poke. It takes a lot of stamina, but we can do it. And it's not the best shield to do that with because it doesn't have 100% block or physical block. A mystery key. The purpose of this key is unknown. It appears to be a basic prison cell key. Well, I do know where that goes, so it's not much of a mystery, but let's just top off. I'm actually really happy we got the boar helmet. I mean, sad about we didn't get the oh, you're not dead. I thought I got you. Okay. Yeah. Shield poking takes a lot of stamina for us at the moment, so it's not entirely worth it. So, gotta top off again. Well, I think well, we do have a... Well, actually, we'll get another shield coming up that has 100% physical. Not the best choice, but it's the only one we have right now. So, yeah. Climbing higher up. Go this way. And here we have our first Boulder Knight. The dangerous one. He has the rapier and a buckler, and he can parry us. So you just gotta be careful. He'll assume a stance where he has his sword in front of him, like poking at us. If you see that stance, he'll try and parry your attack. He can't parry a kick. He can't parry a jump attack. So if you see him in that stance, either just back off till he drops his stance, or try and do a jump attack. So, but yeah. He's a stronger one of the two versions. He has a bit more health. Yeah, that's the parry stance. That's how you parry, buddy. Ooh, what'd you drop? Ooh, his rapier. Pretty good. I don't plan on using it, but you see another soldier, or Knight shield. Yep. This is the other shield I was talking about, the one with the 100% physical. Yeah, it does weigh a bit, but again, I don't mind a medium roll. I'm used to medium roll, but if I can get a good angle on it, yeah. Very cool looking. I like the bright colors, the red and the blue with the intricate emblem in the middle. Alright. Take care of him. Yeah, enemies are starting to get a bit tougher. Yeah, because we're in the Undead Parish, which has a different area scaling than the Undead Burg. So it's not much, but it is noticeable at this stage of the game. Alright. To our right is that hollow we saw earlier where we got the shield. To our left is another Boulder Knight. I'll say this, the standard Boulder Knight with the shield and the side sword. Your shield is actually one of the better shields in the game. He doesn't want to drop it. Dang. Alright. Yeah, we can actually... Yeah, that's where we got the Knight shield from. And just be careful. If you didn't kill that Boulder Knight over there and you hit the wall over here, it is possible for him to hear the sound, and he will come investigate. So if you're not careful, you can you can get yourself, surrounded by a boulder knight here and a boulder knight there. So just be very, very careful. It has happened to me once, but so just be careful. Not yet. We'll go this way first. Clear out the back of the church first. Just take care of the iframes. Trying to avoid this. And a backstab. Alright. Yeah, I like that reach. Okay. We'll take out this big guy in here. Let's see if I can angle it. Yep, there he is. That is a Baronique Knight. Or a Knight Baronique. Either one. Yeah, he's a big boy. He's very tanky, especially at this stage of the game. He can drop his armor set. I think he can drop his shield and his weapon. Although the weapon he drops, I think it's just a regular mace. You can parry him, but you cannot riposte. And you can't backstab. So it's just going to be a game of attrition for us. Try and parry his attacks just so you get some pokes on him. Yeah, best is to just get his attention, lure him back out there where you have a bit more space. Yeah, because to the left and up, there's a channeler who'll rain magic down if you're not careful. So we're just going to get his attention, walk back out there, and deal with him out there. There he comes. Alright. Oh, well, that's the parry, but I was a bit late. I didn't want to roll sideways. I wanted to roll backwards. Yes. Yes, Dark Souls Remastered still has the 4 cardinal dodge directions. Front, left, right, back. There is no omnidirection like in Elden Ring. Yeah, we'll use it. I don't care. We'll use it. Reverse. Yeah. The smart move would have been to unlock the gate first, so I don't have to go through all that stuff, but we're not very smart. Alright. Come on. Alright, so I'll probably just either fast forward or cut right to it. So I'll see you when I get back. Alright. I think it's a good spot. Yep. Yeah, I'll probably just, jump cut to this point. Because I had a bit embarrassing fight with one of the Baldur Knights. I'd rather not show that. Alright. Alright, so clear this guy. We'll go open the gate. Alright. We'll open the gate because I don't really feel like running through all of that again. So we'll be smart this time. Yeah, just hug the left here. Because if you go out in front of the door, one of the Baldur Knights in there will spot you and he'll come running. So just be careful. I feel better now. Alright. So this is the guy who doesn't respawn, who runs away to close the gate. So, and this has the basement key. Opens the narrow passage leading below at the far face of the Great Bridge and the Undead Burg. Yeah, just before you get from where Solaire is, there's a locked door just before you get onto the bridge. This is the key that opens it. That's basically where it's telling you where it's at. The lower Undead Burg is a treacherous place. Do not turn your back on the wily thieves or the wild dogs who serve the Capra Demon. Yep. Sound device. So those thieves down there can backstab you, so open the gates. Oh, there's also another way to kill the boar. It's really finicky. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can lure them up here, hit the lever, and the gate will come crashing down onto the boar. I think I've seen it done it once, but I've never done it myself. I don't recommend it either. It's too precarious, too finicky, too dangerous. All right. We'll come... screw it. Yeah. See, Boulder Knight spots you. Again, the best way to deal with them is just to parry or post. At this stage, it's still a one-hit kill. Yep. Yeah, and that's an imposing sight. You got the Boulder Knight here, you got the Baronique in the back, guarding the little statue. Alright, deal with you. Bam. No, really? Even with 3 humanity, you don't want to drop anything? Jeez. But, alright. Now they open the gate, go back, deal with the Knight Baronique. Hopefully get it right this time. But... Alright, come in. Get his attention, and run back out. Where are you going? See, you can parry him, but you can't riposte. Get our stamina back. Broke his stance, or his poise. He doesn't have a stance in this game. He's backing up to heal. No heals. Oh, too soon. You gonna heal again? Well, late, but we still got it. Ooh. Yep. And he's guaranteed to drop the Titanite Shard. Oh, he got his armor. Nice. He's guaranteed to drop the Titanite Shard, but his armor is a random drop. Yeah. So we got lucky with the drop there. Again, he can drop his armor set, his helmet, his armor, his gauntlets or greaves. You can also drop his shields, and I think you can drop his weapon as well, which is the regular mace, I believe. So we got lucky with that. Yeah. Now I'm fat. By how much? 26 by 6 units. No, we gotta stick with the boar helmet. Sorry, not yet. All right. That was Salandre the blacksmith. But before we do that, we're gonna finish clearing out this little church. I just run back here. Yep, because Mr. Channeler up there can plunk spells at you. But I think we're far enough away, he's not going to do it. And then we're just going to... Yep, for some reason he doesn't want to strike back. Excuse me. Yep, this is how we're going to deal with several enemies in the game. Nope. Yep. He had a chance to drop his weapon, his Chandler Trident, but I don't think we got it. And he doesn't respawn either, so once you get him, he's not going to come back. All right. And over here, a nice statue. Some believe a statue of baby Gwyn and his mother. All the animals and humans to the side, giving reverence to the figure. And upon the table, a female corpse, because of the little bra strap. I don't know if you can trying to angle it so you can see it. And right there, you can see a piece of it. Female corpse with the Firekeeper soul. Yep. It's another one of those long lost Firekeeper souls. Yep, long lost Firekeeper soul. So we can use it to upgrade our flask again, giving us a +2. Woohoo. All right. I'll continue with the church. Yeah. And there's another boulder knight in the corner, another rapier. So just be careful. Thought it was a bit early for that one. Ooh, good shot. Oh, another rapier. Could have gone with another Titanite shard, to be honest. But this way to the Firelink Shrine, but we're actually going to go up the stairs to another Rapier Knight. Get his attention and come back down. Got more space down here than on the stairs. Ah. Alright, come on. I know you want to attack. There we go. The timings aren't 100% still, which is fine. It's still in the early game. They don't do that much damage. We got the boar helmet. We're good. Actually, we want to change out our weapon real quick. Yes, we're going to use this weapon's special attack, just for this instance. Because there are a lot of hollows in this little room. And if the channeler were still alive, he'll buff them all with his little special dance. Get their attention. My vacuum slice. See? Ash of Wars in Dark Souls. However, instead of using FP, uses weapon durability. Yeah. 239 if I use the skill again. 209. So each time we swing it, it consumes 30 durability. So it's the same for all the dragon weapons. They have that special attack, but it chews through durability. So just be mindful when you use it. Right, so that way is to the boss, the gargoyles. But we're not going to do that just yet. Nope. Grab another soul item. One more rapier knight. This time we're in a little hallway, so it's going to be a bit tricky. But he goes down like the others. Again, you don't want to drop anything. No one wants to drop anything. Right, that should be all the enemies for the church here. We'll go through the door in a moment. Just continue around, body in a barrel. Get our humanity. Oh, the humanity. Yes, this door will break. This one will not. Yeah, try as you might, it won't break. So, I know. Hey, Mr. Lautrec of Kareem. We see you in a little pickle.
Oh, still human, are you? Then I am in luck. Could you help me? As you can see, I am stuck without recourse.
I see that.
Please, I have duties to fulfill, and I will reward you handsomely. Well, I am certain you stand to benefit.
Pretty tempting. I think he just repeats till we open.
Please,
Okay. I'll use the mystery key, and I'm pretty sure the master key will also open this door, so... All right, Lautrec.
Thank you. Yes, sincerely. I am Knight Lautrec of Karim. I truly appreciate this, and I guarantee a reward. Only later. Yes, very sorry. Your reward will have to wait. I've just been freed. Allow me some time.
And?
I am free. Now, I can get back to work.
Yes, very sinister. Very sinister.
I am free.
All right. But yeah, if we take a look at his armor, like the little rusted pattern in the cracks and crevices. Yep. The owner of the Fat Ring, the Ring of Favor and Protection. Yep. Very powerful ring. Probably won't be using it because if you put it on and you take it off, it breaks. And once it breaks, it's gone. So I tend not to use it just because of that. So, but we'll kill him eventually. Don't worry. All right. All right, so now the church is officially cleared out, except for the boss. But again, we'll hold off on that. Oh, we can actually get a nice little view. Yeah. The skybox is pretty. All right, so we'll actually go down the elevator first. Here we go. Back in Firelink. A one big circle. One big loop. Petrus, my man.
Oh, hello. I will teach you. Very well. Undead kindling through
Right. Nothing new, but we now have enough souls to actually buy some of this stuff because it's expensive. I do want to use Force for one boss in particular. Heal is also a good option in early game because it's heals just about as much as your flask will with the Thurling talisman. So it's actually not a bad option to have extra heals at the beginning. Yeah. Could buy Thurling, but we'll hold off.
Come again.
Yeah, excuse me. We'll eventually buy his stock, just not yet. Souls in the early game are really valuable, so... Anything more to say?
Don't you ever think to forge your weapons? You'd better find a smith box soon, unless you enjoy swinging about with blunt instruments.
Yeah, I think you'll say that once we get to the parish, because there is Andre up there, so...
How did that silly sorcerer's apprentice end up? You know, the one always prattling on about Master Logan. He left for the Undead Burg, but never came back. Serves him right. If even old Big Hat can't make it out there, what chance does he have? I hope he enjoys his new life as a hollow.
Yep. Hints that there's another NPC in the Undead Burg somewhere. He's in the lower Undead Burg, so we have the key to get to him. And I think he says that line once we pick up the basement key. So.
What? I'm not...
Alright, nothing new from you. Did Lordran make it down here? Ah, you did. Yep. For our reward?
Ah, hello there. I have your reward. Please, accept it.
Sunlight medal. Nice.
I am grateful to you for freeing me. Not enough for you? Well, let's not be greedy now.
Lordran.
You again. What is it? Our futures are murky. Let's not be too friendly now.
Yep. And I don't think he has anything more to say for now.
Our future...
If you really want the ring, now is probably the best time to get it. All you have to do is just kind of kick him and he'll eventually fall off the ledge there. Quit, reload, and the ring should spawn back to where he was. But, again, we're going to let him live. Because we want to... He has a little quest line involving him and the Firekeeper and all that stuff. So we're going to let him live, we're going to play that out. So we'll eventually get to it. We'll eventually get it. Alright. While we're here... Estus Flax +2. Nice. Alright. Got one last thing to do. That's not rest. Nope. Although, for some reason, enemies will respawn without resting for some reason. I don't know, it's happened to me before. I'll go through the parish, I'll come down here for a bit, I'll go back up, and the enemies would have respawned. And I'm not quite sure why. Well, I have an idea of why, but it just doesn't make sense. Like, I think they respawn when the area gets removed from memory, and then when it's reloaded again, and all the enemies respawn because it's reloading a new area, as it says. Like, I haven't been there before, but I don't know. Yeah, see, the enemies are back. I don't understand. It's like weird. So it might be a quirk because I'm playing on the PS5, but the enemies are back. So, might as well take care of them. We'll try and get another Titanite shard. And maybe their weapon or shield. Boulder armor? I will take it. I mean, I probably won't use it. I mean, 26, yeah. It'll put us over heavy load. Yeah. Armor wore by the knights of the ancient kingdom of Baldur is made from thick iron plates. Baldur was the homeland of the Night King Rendell, but it came to ruin after a great many undead were spawned. Yep. Here it is. Armor of the Knights of Berenice, known for their heavy armaments and armor. Countless knights of Berenice, once extolled as the mightiest of the mighty. Mightiest of mighty. Doesn't quite make sense. Should be like mightiest of the mighty. Became undead and ventured to Lordran, but their journey was for naught, as they went hollow, and became a threat to all undead. Yep. Yeah. Can't use either one because I don't have enough equip load. Alright, come on. Give me your shard or your weapon, either one. Well, we got another humanity, so As long as the gargoyles are alive, we can get humanity out of these guys, eventually. Yeah. Give me a shard or... yeah, shard. No? Really? Ah. I know it's not the best drop rate, but still. Come on. And I know I said I wouldn't parry all the time, but at this stage, parrying riposte is probably your best way of dealing with some of these enemies. But or just backstab, you know, that works too. No. Really? Nothing? Wow. Well, I did get their longsword while running back after our death. So we do have a longsword in our inventory if we really wanted to. I hear footsteps. Hopefully nothing comes up from behind us. Weapon, shield, Tynite? Nothing? Really? Man, guys don't want to give it anything. Oh well. Alright. Now we can do one last thing and we'll close out the episode. We'll come this way. Down we go into the old undead church. There he is. You can hear him. We'll rest here. We are going to kindle this bonfire because this is going to be one of our main bonfires for this playthrough. For any playthrough, anyway. Alright. Before going down, actually, we'll come out this way. I forgot we can come out this way. Sen's Fortress. Or Sen's Funhouse, depending on how you want to look at it. Here we have Mr. Onion Bro. What's up? You just barely see through his little helmet. What's up?
Oh, forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall, or a gate, I should say. The thing just won't budge, no matter how long I wait. And oh, have I waited. So here I sit, in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak.
Siegmeyer.
Still closed. Still closed.
Still closed. Still closed.
Still closed. Still closed.
Yep. Siegmeyer of Katarina. Oh yeah. His mind might be out there, but his heart's in the right place. And that's all that matters. Alright, so let's go down. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend going down there just yet. There is a Titanite demon down there, who is actually pretty difficult. I would not recommend going down there until you get to unless you can wield the Drake sword or have a +5 weapon. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend going down there just yet. But Mr. Andre, looking sexy as always.
Well, you must be a new arrival. I'm Andre of Astoran. If you require smithing, then speak to me.
Our gesture? Hurrah. Let's talk.
Most weapons and armor are mighty sturdy indeed, but every hunk of metal has its breaking point. If you notice durability running low, it's time to repair. You can ask a blacksmith like myself, or do it on your own with a grindstone. The nice thing about weapons, they never betray you, so pay them a little respect, eh?
We will.
There are two types of weapon forging. There's reinforcement and there's ascension. Reinforcement is simple. It strengthens the weapon and nothing more. A simple task for any blacksmith. Hell, you could even do it yourself with a smith box. But ascension's a finer art. It alters a weapon's properties. Ascension is the territory of we blacksmiths. A smith box just won't do the trick. Start out with reinforcement. When that loses its charm, you can consider ascension. As you've noticed, this land is flush with the mad and wicked. You won't make it through the night without employing my services.
Yes, we won't. We're not that good, so we are going to level up our weapons.
You can forge armor just like you do weapons. Forging armor is even easier than forging weapons. Whether you forge weapons or armor first, well, that's up to you. But nobody wants to see you go hollow. So whatever you do, you'd better do it well.
We'll actually do both, yeah. A lot of times you can get away with not upgrading armor, but I do like upgrading armor just to be a bit more tanky.
You can forge armor. Forging armor, whether you but nobody, so whatever.
I think that's all he has to say. Just to repair our equipment. You can reinforce weapons. Here's the longsword I got. Yeah, the Drake sword. Requires dragon scales and a ton of souls. So that's why it's not the best. Yeah. I think it maxes out at +5 with a 300 physical attack. I mean, it's nothing this, it's still good. It's just, I don't know. It's really good if you're not going to do a lot of physical. You're not going to do, put a lot of points into strength or into dexterity or anything. But it'll definitely lose out on scaling weapons in the late game. So, Claymore is always a good choice. It's really good. I tend not to use colossal weapons. I mean, the straight sword is also good. Never go wrong with the long sword. You can also reinforce armor. It still requires Titanite shards, but this requires twinkling? Oh wow. I didn't realize it'd take twinkling. Yeah, we're not gonna upgrade that anytime soon. So you can buy unlimited amounts of Titanite shards. He sells an unlimited amount, so they are 800 a piece though, so just keep that in mind. Crest of Artorias. Yep. This crest opens a door in the Darkroot Garden, sealed by ancient magic. The door leads to the grave of Sir Artorias the Abysswalker. Many adventurers have left for the grave, but none have returned, for they make easy prey for local bandits. With such dangers, the crest can do more harm than good in the hands of the uninitiated. Yep. We'll eventually get this. We'll probably use the souls from the Moonlight Butterfly and the enemies along the way to buy the crest. But grab the smith box. Make reinforcement possible. Oops. Also upgrade weapons, armor. Here's the repair box. It is cheaper to buy from Andre than from the Undead Merchants. Although it's not that much cheaper. Yeah, I think it was only like 1,000 difference, but 1,000 still 1,000. You buy a lot of standard weapons: long sword, broadsword, bastard sword, great sword. I think it's a great sword. Yeah. Axe is really good. Pickaxe is really good. A war pick. Kestis, a fist weapon. Pike, which is a really long spear, and you've got some shields. These are actually not bad options if you need a shield. But we'll stick with our knight shield for now. Well, this is 2.5 units lighter.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
Okay, okay. Wow, those are actually better. No, we'll keep the knight shield. Alright. Well, don't want to spend the souls to level up or upgrade a weapon. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll think about it for a moment. What weapon we want to upgrade for the moment. All right, but for now, rest real quick. So now we can reinforce weapons, repair armor. We can reinforce weapons up to 1 to 5, and then 6 to. In order to upgrade, well, we can upgrade 1 to 5. Going from 5 to 6 requires a blacksmith and a large ember, but we can upgrade from 6 to 10. 10 to 11 requires a blacksmith and a very large ember. Then we can go from, what's it, 11 to 15 at the bonfire. So yeah, so the major steps require the blacksmith to go over, but once we go over that little hump, we can upgrade at the bonfire anytime. And actually, you can actually upgrade the Drake sword here all the way to max without the blacksmith. But if you want to upgrade weapons after a certain point or change their properties, you have to go to a blacksmith. So if you want like a magic weapon, you gotta go to Rickard. If you want a fire weapon, you gotta go to Vamos, who's much later on. If you want like a raw weapon, you gotta do it with Andre here. So each blacksmith has their own little specialty that you need. But all right, armor, you don't need a blacksmith at all. You can upgrade these anytime you want, all the way up to max. So, all right. I don't know. I don't know. I'll think about it. So, all right. And with that, I gotta call an episode. Yep. Did the Undead Parish. Yep. Started out at the bonfire below the Drake Bridge. Yep. Climbed back up to the Underbridge, where we shot off the Helldrake's tail. Yep. That allows us to grab the special Drake sword weapon. Very good weapon in the early game. kind of drops off once you get down into the depths. So you want the early games to be pretty easy. Just put 16, have 16 strength, and you're good to go. So we got that. Opened up, grabbed the bonfire underneath the Drake. Would right by the Warriors of Sunlight Covenant, which we can't access just yet. Don't have enough faith. Opened up the gates, and then entered the parish proper. Yep. Where we took out a soldier, climbed up the little tower, fought another Black Knight, the Ultra Greatsword wielding Black Knight, or the Greatsword wielding Black Knight. Yeah. We started off pretty badly, but we recovered, so we did good. Yeah, we did good. Didn't drop his weapon or his shield. Makes me really sad. Really sad. But he does guarantee to drop a Titanite chunk, so I think we have like 3 right now. Yep, 3 Titanite chunks, which is really good. Yep. Now we cleared out some soldiers, and then we parried a charging boar. Yep. We went Odele. And then we rammed our sword up his butt. I don't think he was too happy, but fortunately, he was kind enough to drop his helmet. Yep, the boar fang helm. Pretty heavy, but it is pretty good physically. Has a good physical defenses, so you know we'll wear it for now. Yeah. But we did let the Hollow who drops the gate survive, so he ran away and closed the gate, so we had to go through the mess hall kind of place, like a little area with a bunch of tables. I'm assuming it's like a mess hall of sorts. Went through there, encountered our first Boulder Knights, grabbed our Knight Shield. Though it probably will be replaced here, probably next episode. I haven't quite decided. I mean, it's not the best shield. It's heavy for the negations it offers, so it's meh. What else was there? The Boulder Knights, soldiers, encountered the Knight Baronique, or Baronique Knight, and he pummeled us to death. Partially on my fault, because I did not mean to dodge the way I wanted to dodge. Dark Souls Remastered, even though it's a remaster, it still has the cardinal direction dodging when you lock on. When you lock on into an enemy, you can either roll forward, backwards, left, or right. Yep. Unlike, later FromSoft games, you have the omnidirectional rolling, but Dark Souls 1, Demon Souls, you have forward, back, left, right. So that's one reason why a lot of players don't play locked on, just so they have better control in their dodging direction. But I like locking on, so personal preference at that point. Yep. Respawn, unhollowed, ran back to the Knight. Well, this time we opened up the shortcut first, because we had to be smart this time. So we opened up the shortcut, grabbed the basement key, took on some more Boulder Knights, went back, and this time put the Knight Baronique in his place. Yep. And we were lucky he also dropped his armor. Although it is, as much as I want to use it, it's a bit heavy for us right now. We don't have enough equip load to wear it. So for now, it's going to be in our back pocket. And then after that, we arrowed a channeler to death. He did not fight back for some reason, but we'll take it. Unfortunately, he didn't drop his trident, so sad. We'll have to get that much later. Cleared out some hollows, some more Boulder Knights, and then we met Knight Lautrec of Karim. Yep, he was kind of trapped in a little prison cell. I wonder who put him there. I think he said it. He'll still say it. Or I think he mentions it eventually, but yeah, another NPC puts him there. And we'll meet him in a few episodes. Yeah, so we freed Lautrec, went back, opened up the elevator down to Firelink Shrine, talked with the crestfallen guy again, met Lautrec down there. He gave us a sunlight medal. Yeah, it's faintly warm metal engraved with the symbol of the sun. It is the ultimate honor, awarded to those who summon the warrior sunlight and complete a goal. Basically, you beat a boss. The symbol represents Lord Gwyn's firstborn, who lost his deity status and was expunged from the annals. But the old god of war still watches closely over his warriors. Yeah, it's a covenant item, so we'll need those to get the covenant rewards. I think you need 30, I think, for all the rewards. I'm not quite 100% sure. I think it's 30, or it might be 10. I don't quite remember. I could probably look it up, but we're gonna need more than one, that's for sure. In fact, we can't even access the Warrior Sunlight Covenant yet. We don't have enough faith, so it's all that's mute at the moment. Yep. Reward from Lautrec, went back up to the parish. The enemies magically respawned, so we took care of them again. Came over here, hit the bonfire, talked to Siegmeyer of Katarina out there, and then we went down and talked with Andre the blacksmith. Yep. Bought some stuff from him, the repair box, the smithing boxes, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's all we did for it. And came up here, and that was it. The Undead Parish. Yep. Not gonna do the gargoyles just yet. We'll probably do that before we go down into the depths. Yeah. So for now, we'll put them off. Yeah. And next episode, well, this is part of the playthrough where I usually grind for upgrade materials for the Titanite shards. Go back up to the parish, do a little loop, fight all the Boulder Knights, all the soldiers, and you hopefully get some Titanite shards, and maybe a Boulder Shield and the Boulder Side Sword, if we're lucky. It's usually where I gather souls to upgrade, or to buy shards, upgrade weapons, upgrade armor, maybe put a point or two into like maybe health or endurance, or some of my or strength. So yeah, it might be a little bit before I do any progress. So yeah, I'll do this little farming spot for upgrades. I'll do another little farming down in the depths where we get to the slimes for large shards, so we can get a plus 10 weapon before we go down into the depths. I highly recommend getting a plus 10 weapon before you go down there. And the last little farming, another farming will probably be up in Anno Londo, because then at that point we'll have access to unlimited Twinkling Titanites. And I also want the Silver Knight sword, because that's the final weapon I want to use. It's one of my favorite weapons in the game, actually. So we'll do a little farming up in Anno Londo, and then again down in New Londo once we open up the floodgates for Titanite chunks. Yep, and maybe slabs if we're lucky. But those are usually the only farming times I actually spend. Not really for levels, mostly for upgrades. But we'll see. So yeah. So right now my plan is to do offline farming for Titanite shards. And then when we come back, we'll head down into Darkroot Garden. Yep. Clear that place out of the tree guys, the Moonlight Butterfly. And then we should have the key to take on Havel the Rock. Oh yeah, he's gonna be fun. Not really, but but yeah. Yep, that's the plan for next episode. So hopefully we get it all done. But again, that is for another episode. And I thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all. I don't want that. Nope. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.